Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 8 of my 3 vs 5 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, myself and 2 AI teammates set to Lord difficulty are up against a team of 5 AI set to Emperor difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Frostling Theocrat, Falsor Frostscroll. In our last episode, the big development is that we encountered our opponents and we've now got eyes on exactly what we're up against. Now, of course, we did know our opponents, as in the very first episode, I did choose who I was actually going to be fighting against, but it is nice to kind of have that reminder, and of course that may potentially change how the game is going to proceed from this point forward, as it often does seem like once you make contact with your opponents, they tend to then get kind of aggressive. At least that's been my experience. So we are up against a Draconian Dreadnought, a Tigran Theocrat, a Human Dreadnought, a Lizardman Warlord, and a Draconian Rogue. And you can see that the unit that we've encountered so far is basically just a single scout unit here belonging to the Lizardman Warlord. So this is going to definitely change the game here from this point forward, as now we're going to have to be very, very careful about making sure our defenses are shored up and also that our allies are protected, because again, as much as they've been expanding and acquiring cities, they're going to be at a severe disadvantage going up against the AI, just because my teammates are set to Lord, as I mentioned, and the AI is on Emperor. So they're going to get outcompeted very, very quickly. And of course, that's going to be where I have to come in and make sure my allies stay alive. Now, before I dive into this episode, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Death. And Death just kind of had a nice summary comment that really a lot of events are all sort of coalescing at once here. You know, we've got my expansion of my kind of empire and my vassals and everything. That's going really well. In the last episode, we really started to expand more. You can see here in the Shadow Realm, we've now got a vassal. And we also have a potential dwelling that may end up on our side here. These uncorrupted Archons that are in the Shadow Realm, so that would be fantastic for us, especially since we have that good alignment. We also have, again, the continued development of our cities, so that's a kind of a big event as well. We're really starting to get our production capabilities going and continuing the research path, and the big thing is going to be Order of Healing. If we can get that and have our support units have healing, that's going to be huge. And then, of course, on top of that, encountering our opponents. So really a lot of events all happening kind of at once, and I think things are going to get really exciting moving forward. So I agree with Death on this one. The next set of comments here is from Nolan Cook. Now, Nolan had an excellent comment and kind of summary of the Siron. And that, again, the Sirons are the additional race that was added as part of the mod packs that I have installed. And Nolan kind of summarized their entry into the series, that they were really featured quite prominently in Age of Wonders Shadow Magic, which is the standalone expansion to Age of Wonders 2. Now, of course, I haven't played Shadow Magic. I had mentioned I've only played Age of Wonders 2, so I had never previously encountered them before. But if you're interested in some of the backstory, check out Nolan's comment. He does a great job of just providing a very brief summary of kind of their entry into the series and a little bit of the history of the Siron race. And I appreciate also the pronunciation help, so thanks, Nolan, for that. The next comment from Nolan here is that Kobold event, so I had been anticipating this event happening, and of course nothing really ever materialized, and Nolan had a great hypothesis that the Kobolds actually might be underground, and that's why my cities were relatively unaffected, because as we jump to the underground, I don't actually have any cities underground. So it's entirely possible that there's now, you know, a ton of Kobold units running around capturing cities underground, and I'm none the wiser. So I think that's probably a fair assessment there, and a possible explanation for why none of my cities actually came under attack, at least not to this point, from that event, that is. Nolan also mentioned that although I've been mostly letting units run away when I'm clearing out structures because I did want the good points, I am now at the point where I am pure good, and so it would actually be helpful to occasionally do those battles, even if it gets me some evil points, because I do want to still continue to get experience, especially with my main leader, with Falsor, and also with my heroes, to ensure that they're continuing to grow. And I think that's a really good point from Nolan. finally, a comment from Devin Larson, and this is another pronunciation thing. Devin mentioned that I have a tendency to call the ice scaper an ice scraper, and I actually never, truthfully, I never noticed that it was an ice scaper rather than an ice scraper. I'm probably going to continue to call it an ice scraper just by force of habit, and it sounds like I'm not the only one there, as Devin mentioned he does too. So thanks for that one, Devin. All right, so let's jump in. As always, a big thank you to everybody for the excellent comments and suggestions. As I mentioned, check out Nolan's comment for a little bit more information on the Siron race. As, like I mentioned, my experience with them is quite limited, but I'm excited to find out more and encounter them more as part of the continuing development of the mods I have installed. All right, so lots to do here. Again, now that we know where our opponents, or at least we've encountered our opponents, I'm going to have to change my approach a little bit and be a little more cautious, I think. But I'm also going to start wanting to get an army going and being kind of more offensive, because the longer I wait, the more they're going to have a chance to snowball. So let's see. I can't remember exactly what we had going on last time when we left off previously. So let's just kind of pan around and see what we've got going on. So here, you know what? Let's just jump to some of our units. Okay, and you know what? This brings up a good point. So now I'm glad I jumped to one of my cities. Now that I, at least, it appears that this Kobold event is not going to be a huge threat to me, at least not for the moment, I think I am going to start sending some of my units other places here. So just as an example, I'm going to send one of my Dwarven units underground. Now, last time I did this, unfortunately, my unit was down here and got killed by some roaming units, but I'm hopeful that maybe I can avoid that fate if I just kind of cruise around. Maybe go over here and do some mining. And again, this is a great way to recoup some of the gold cost there of keeping these units around. So that's what we'll do there. We'll probably still leave a couple of units guarding the city just for now, because I don't truthfully know what's going to come down my way now that I've got, again, my 5 opponents that know I'm here. Oh, and look at this. Okay, my Orcish vassal here is actually under attack from some roaming units that appear to have generated from this Eldritch Pit. So it would probably be helpful if I could get down and clear that out at some point. May not be immediately. Thankfully, the city is well defended and would be able to handle it, I think, if they were to attack. But they may just continue sitting there. I'm not really sure. Okay. Oh, we did have our Lore Keeper who was moving on down. We're going to continue moving. We want to try and get some reinforcements over here as kind of best we can. We also have a Crusader and a Martyr that could probably join in, actually, with that Lore Keeper. And then we're just going to leave our single unit here to guard. And I'm not as concerned about guarding my new, or I shouldn't say new anymore, my developing city of Osthiel here, just because it's so close to my throne. I could always mobilize units if needed. And again, it does appear the kobolds aren't on their way. So as for the throne, I think it would still be good to keep a few units here to guard. I could maybe send my Martyr off to perhaps the north to help out. I think that would be useful. So let's maybe do that. There we go. And of course, we're sending our Orc Stomper over to join in. And then the goal is going to be to clear out a few of these structures as my city up here, Brunsund, grows. We want to still get benefit of these structures. Maybe we could even eventually clear out the baby Kraken, although that's going to be tough, just because we're going to have to fight them in the water. And then, of course, eventually we do need to clear out this Magic Rift. I would really like to maybe use the stack that I'm building here with my new hero, my Dwarf Warlord hero. Maybe send his stack over and try to clear that out, but we'll have to see. We did have a few other events going on in the Shadow Realm here. So we have our Dreadnought hero leading a bit of a makeshift stack, although he does have the Crusader and the Martyr. We added in a Cherub because, unfortunately, we lost one of our Martyrs due to my blundering in the last episode. Now, the question is, are we quite strong enough to go for this quarry? I'm a little hesitant, given that this is a Tier 3, and we've got a pretty tanky Tier 2 as well. So, over here, I'm also a little bit concerned. So what I might do is head for, I think this is one of those spider shrines. So maybe I'll check that out. We could get all the way over there, or mostly over there. Oh my goodness, and look how well defended it is. Jeez. Okay, so, yeah, I think we're actually gonna have to maybe reassess what we're doing with that stack, because I just don't quite think we're strong enough at the moment to handle any of those battles. So let's head down here with our scout. Oh, and look at this. Okay, we've got somebody to encounter. It looks like probably a dwelling. That might be another Archon dwelling, actually. That would be great. You know what? Maybe what we'll do is we'll head over this way, and then we can decide if we want to try a battle. We could even maybe send this cherub over to join in. So maybe we'll just park right here for now, and then we'll wait. So I think we need a little bit of help before we do anything crazy. Now, this stack, again, I did get some units for becoming the pure good. And I'm going to head down and clear out this Warband camp, that's for sure. So we're going to just wait with this stack for now. We did have this little Archon foot soldier. We've already made contact with this Archon dwelling. So what we're going to do, I think, with this guy is maybe start forming like a secondary squad here to maybe support our main stack. Alternatively, I guess I could use him as a scout. Maybe head down this way. It's not the worst idea in the world, actually. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. That's probably wise, actually, now that I think about it. At least have one unit down there scouting. This guy's going to move in just to reinforce the squad as well. So let's see. What other production can we do? We've got a pretty good amount of gold, although we're going to want to keep some of this because we've got a few cities we want to bring into the fold as vassals. So probably not going to go too crazy with production at this point. Let's just see. What about the throne? In the throne, I would like to continue development, and so I think the next step is going to be... Eventually, we do want the Holy of Holies, but I think probably a siege workshop would be a good choice just to get that increased production. And then probably an observatory for the extra knowledge. The other nice thing about the observatory is it'll continue to expand the domain there a little bit. So let's do the siege workshop. Yeah, boy, those producing things really does eat into your gold, though. You can see we're already down to 400 now, so we have to be careful. Builder's Hall wouldn't be bad here. That would give us extra 20, and that would get us over the 50 hump, which makes a big difference then. That speeds up a lot of production. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, that's kind of expensive, though. Let me jump around to a few of my other cities here before we decide to do that. Just see what else we're in the process of producing. Okay, yes, and our Shadow Elf city here, we're working on a Crusader, which is going to be very good for that stack. All right, you know what? I hate to do it, but I think it would be... I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So let's get that going. And we still have a decent amount of gold, and we can probably do some additional combat and whatnot. But you know what? Oh, I almost wonder, maybe getting the siege workshop here would be better. The city's about to grow, and it'll have more production. And, you know, having a really well-producing dwarven city might actually be very helpful, all in all. There we go. So maybe we hold off on the Builder's Hall for now. I mean, the city is going to grow in one turn. That being said, I mean, we've still got almost 300 gold, so it's not like we're completely out of cash or anything. All right, this chameleon, I don't want to fight him with my scout that I currently have, so what we're going to do instead is head over this way. Just see what we can see. Now, this little guy, we split off from our... Oh, nice. Okay, and our rogue is ready to go, so... We definitely want to get our rogue over to our allies' area and maybe clear out a few more structures and just kind of hang out in and around my allies' cities just to make sure that they're nice and protected while simultaneously continuing to grow our, you know, experience and our army via charm. I think that would be wise. Boy, I really need healing, though. It would be great to get this seer with healing once we have our Order of Healing researched, and that's, of course, because this is a support unit. So we're going to grab the haste berries. Then I think we might even head up to the tomb and try and clear that out. That would be, I think, a good choice. So let's head up there. We're going to need more health, but we can certainly manage that, I think. And this stack will just continue to head over to kind of act as another army for us there. So we've currently got Goblin Poxmaster, the Flamer, and then we're also going to send over our Frostling Glavesman. So that's a nice functional little army here with a couple of decent ranged units and a fairly strong melee unit as well, albeit tier 1. Now, this army, we're going to hang out one more turn because we're waiting for our Crusader. And that's going to do it for our turn, so we'll end it there. Now, the big question is going to be, are we going to start coming under attack soon? I'm a little nervous about that. I mean, it might take them a few turns to really, muster an army, but I have to be very, very cautious. Of course, we have Falsor up here. We did manage to get this Halfling Parade Guard in the last episode as a reward, which was very cool. And we actually split off our Warlord hero. He's now leading a stack in the Shadow Realm, as we saw. We are going to also have access to Paid Absolution here, so I'll have to decide which city I want to throw that on. Of course, the benefit, the gold is going to be nice, but the extra happiness in the city might be almost more important, as that might push a city into higher production capability and therefore allow me to optimize production a little bit more. So I'm thinking maybe the Shadow Elf city, but we'll have to see. Now, the other thing is, once we have this army really rolling, we're going to need another unit or two kind of to... well, actually, we need another decently strong unit to add to this group. We've got 2 really good Tier 2 melee units. We've got a Nomad Chieftain who's a support unit, and that, thankfully, is going to give us more healing. Oh, shoot, and we're coming under attack. Okay, we've got a Tier 2 Lizardman Cavalry unit. Ooh. I don't know if we're going to be able to survive this. Let's see, maybe we can... Well, he's cavalry, though. He's going to have really good mobility. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any luck here. But let's see if maybe we can... Actually, you know what? We might be able to get him to... We might be able to drag this one out. Let's see. Of course, we're probably going to end up getting sort of cornered back here, but... Let's see, are we still out of range? We are. We'll have to use our sprint, although... Actually, I don't think we can... You know what? All right, let's see. Maybe we can win the fight here if we use our sprint to get around behind. Okay. Now we can sprint. We can get behind, and we can do a flank. It's not going to get the kill, though. Shoot. Well, we tried. Yeah, maybe I should have used sprint to try to keep running away. I don't think it would have worked. Oh, well. We did give him some experience, though. We could have surrendered without fighting to not give him experience. So I'll have to be careful now. If I want to bring this city into the fold, this is kind of my frontline city, this halfling vassal at the moment. But I would like to promote it into a full city once I'm able to, or absorb it, I should say, as a full city. I will have to make sure I've got good defenses in this area, just because I know my opponent is down here. So I think what I'll do with my main stack is probably just clear out this Lost Library and this quarry, and then maybe head around, clear out this Lost Library. Oh, and look at this. Okay, so we've got an alliance proposal here. This outpost of Hamlet would like to become my vassal for 164 gold. Absolutely, I will accept that. And then... Otherwise, nothing else is ready to become our vassal, but again, each turn we're going to have more that want to do that. We did have a nice item here arrive for my Dreadnought, and we also have chest gear that's on its way. Okay. What else is going on here? So as I mentioned, Paid Absolution might be best for my Shadow Elves, just to boost their happiness a little bit. We've got 58 production currently. I think this would be a good choice here, so let's do it. Maybe that boosted it enough. Let's see. Oh, shoot. It didn't really make much of a difference, which is kind of interesting. Unless maybe I misinterpreted this. Oh, okay. It's not the city. It's units. My mistake. I read that incorrectly. So that's fine. So now it's really just getting the gold boost is great. But units that are produced here actually have higher... Oh, let's see. The cast units gain... Oh, okay. So when units are within the city limits, they gain extra morale. Okay, that's great. So I misread that, but that's okay. I still would have probably put it on my Shadow Elf city, to be honest. Okay. This is really probably my second most important city after my throne, I would say. At the moment, anyway. So now, let's make contact with this dwelling here. Gotta go one more. We can negotiate. Ooh, 106 gold for us to open the borders and sign the treaty. I'm gonna say maybe let me know when you want to talk. Maybe they'll offer me a quest or something later I could try. So we'll send this guy down. He can join in the stack. And maybe now we're strong enough to try this battle. I'm a little worried that we may end up losing a cherub, but I don't know. I have to think about this. So I'm gonna procrastinate making a decision on this battle at this point. Let's go kind of solve some of our other problems in the meantime. All right, this group can probably keep moving, actually. We might even be able to reinforce our stack if necessary. Yeah, we could bring our Glavesmen in. The Whaler is in kind of rough shape, which is my only big concern there. So maybe what we do, we go like this. We leave the Whaler out of the fight just because he's kind of beat up, and then we go like this. And that's going to allow us to raid the tomb, and we've got a unit that's at basically full health. So I think we can probably manage this. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. A human vampire lord. Very, very cool. I like the way the sword looks there. Life steal, bloodthirsty, overwhelm, martial arts, inflict bleeding wounds. Armored and undead. Very, very cool. That is very neat. I quite like the unit design here. Very, very well done. We've also got some reanimators, skeleton spearmen, and a carrion bird. I think we can handle this. We'll have to be very, very cautious because this vampire lord is quite a tough customer. But we've got our orc siege trooper, so I think we will be able to manage it. I'm a little nervous for this one, admittedly, but I think we'll be all right. We also have to keep in mind that if any of our units go down, they're going to come back as an undead ghoul. All right. So let's see. Maybe what we'll do, we'll save our heal for now and wait until it's more opportune. Let's get our siege trooper up there. Actually, our vampire hunter is going to come in handy with turn undead potentially coming into play this battle. Glavesman can serve as a bit of a frontline unit here, and our seer we're going to keep back to assist with some range damage potentially. Now our throat chicken might actually be a great way for us to goad them into coming out to fight me here, so let's do that. Yeah, typically once you do a bit of damage, they... Ooh, that despair is going to be unpleasant. Alright, so we've got the Vampire Lord there. I'm thinking we probably head over with our Glavesmen and go after the Carrion Bird. We've got 2 sets of units with pole arms, so that's going to be helpful. Now, I want to use the Seer for sure to blast the Vampire Lord, I'm thinking, really. So let's step in. Actually, here we go. Our Mammoth Rider can really do some damage. Let's go like this. We can blast for a bit of damage, soften him up just a tad. And then we can Devastating Charge really, really good here. Let's do it. Nice. Big damage there. Not quite the kill, but very, very close. What I'd like to do then is probably heal my Mammoth Rider, who really got beat up. So we'll actually retreat back a little bit with our Rogue. We will cast Quick Dash, get some health back, and then we can actually get the finish here as well if we really wanted to. But I'm almost tempted to maybe try and get the finish with the Vampire Hunter instead. Yeah, and this is going to get a kill. As long as we don't fumble the attack, we should get the kill here. Perfect, okay. And that frees up our Siege Trooper to get in there and blast the Carrion Bird for some heavy damage. Oh, and shoot, I blocked my Glavesman, though. That's the only unfortunate part. Actually, here we go. Okay, we could retreat back with our Mammoth Rider, since we did take a bit of damage. And then our Glavesman could get in there and let this Carrion Bird have it. I don't mind that at all. There we go. I'm a little concerned about my Glavesman, but I think we'll survive. Oh, maybe not. Shoot. Okay, we lost the Glavesman. I mean, it sucks because the unit was quite leveled up, but really it isn't the end of the world. The big thing, though, now is we need to make sure that unit doesn't come back as a ghoul. So, let's see. We can advance here with our rogue and get the kill. Excellent. That frees up our siege trooper now to do some pretty heavy damage here. You know what? We can even get in there and just do a melee attack. Let's do that. Oh, look at that. One-shot kill. Very, very nice. And then, you know what? Our seer could get right up in there and go to town. I really don't mind that at all, actually. Yeah, let's do it. No problem. And then what we'll do is we will advance our siege trooper over to assist. And we'll move to where the glaiveman is to prevent reanimation. No problem at all. Now, it's just, like I said, it's a shame we lost that glaiveman, but I'm glad we cleared this tomb out. Let's see if we... Oh, nice. Okay, some half-decent headgear here. +1 resistance and Undead Slayer. That's not bad at all. That being said, though, I'm almost tempted to just sell it for gold because that would really give us a big boost here. I have heroes who could benefit from headgear, but I think I'm just going to sell it, honestly. That headgear isn't really, that good. Like, it's decent, but it's not, incredible or anything like that. It's not game-changing. So, very good there. So now, the question is going to be where to go next. The structures over here are already cleared out. Not counting the ziggurat, of course. We're not quite ready to clear that out. And this is the throne city here, so we want to keep that in mind. This is where we need to make our big defense. So I'm thinking maybe we head up towards the throne of our other ally, our warlord ally here. Maybe we go clear out this tomb. So maybe keeping that Undead Slayer would have been helpful, but that's all right. Yeah, I'm thinking we go up there. Maybe we could even try for this dungeon. We've got a few options up there, so let's see if maybe we can make that happen. Yeah, we'll just cruise up that way. In the meantime here, this stack is not going to be able to do anything else, so that's pretty good. All right, we met the dwelling. They want us to pay them. We're not going to do that. Otherwise, I'm just looking at what other announcements there are. So let's check out Falsor himself here. And now, here we go. We can clear out the Lost Library. Nice. Okay, we got a Seer, Apprentice, Chanter, a Node Tribal. So I'd love to either get the Seer or maybe the Apprentice. That would be great. Using Convert, that is. Just have to remind myself if the Apprentice, I don't think it has Mind Control immunity. No, it doesn't. Okay. So we should be fine. Of course, the Tigran Seer has some spirit protection due to being Tigran, so that'll make it a little harder to get a conversion there. So we'll probably try for the Apprentice, I think. Let's try for a Fire Plague. Okay, it didn't work. Would have lowered the resistance a little bit. Meanwhile, we can do some buffing here. Let's buff our Parade Guard. We will use Touch of Faith. Very nice. Have them stand front and center along with our Crusader. And let's see what happens next here. Oh, I forgot about that firebomb. Shoot. Thankfully, we didn't take an extreme amount of damage or anything, but it was a little more than I was hoping for. And actually, Falsor took more than I wanted there as well, which isn't ideal. All right, let's step up here and see what we can see via conversion. All right, 33% chance on the Seer, 50% chance on the Apprentice. That's certainly enticing. Fortunately, my Crusader's movement really got limited there. I think what I'll probably do is use the Clan Guard like this to act as a bit of a defensive unit there. So maybe what I'll do with Falsor is I'll try... I actually have to be very careful because if I play my cards wrong here, Falsor is going to be in a bad spot. What kind of damage can we do? Actually pretty decent with our Parade Guard here. We could kill off the Tribal. Do some hefty damage to the Seer. I really don't want Falsor in any unnecessary risk here, especially with this Chanter on his way in. Yeah, he could put some hurt on me. I think what I'll do is I'll move my clan guard in like this. And I will lay a hit on the seer. Step up with the chieftain. Oh, and I forgot. The chieftain actually has bestow regen. So there's healing via that. And that's at the gold medal rank. We get access to that. Oh, you know what? We can do hefty damage to the seer. Perfect. And then you know what? We can probably just get the finish outright here. Ooh, we'd be very close. No guarantee of it, actually. All right, well, first, let's try our conversion here. Very nice. Okay, that just changed the game. Now we don't have to worry so much, so... Let's see. Let's step up and see if we can get the kill. Shoot, no such luck. Well, you know what? We could use our apprentice to get the finish here with a firebomb, actually. The only problem is that's going to leave them susceptible to a flank shot from this chanter. There's nothing I can do to really help there. Yeah, everybody else has done their thing already. You know what, though? I think that's probably the wise choice. I guess the other option would be just put the apprentice in defense mode and hope for the best. Because really what's going to happen is big flank shot there and we might die. Let's just do it. Alright, there we go. Crusader can advance. Now the big question is going to be, do we lose our apprentice? Okay, great. We didn't lose the apprentice. And now we're going to get a chance here to drop a nice heal. Before I do that, though, let's just throw one of these just because we can. And then who needs the health the most? Probably the clan guard, I think, would be the best target for the heal. Yeah, there we go. Now our crusader... Actually, our parade guard here, we can try boastful formation just to... Oh, I didn't realize that got thrown like that. Oh, that's great. Okay. I was just trying to get some more experience with the parade guard there by doing that. Oh, and you know what? We can use another healing ability here. So let's throw this on the parade guard. Very nice. And then we can try and get the finish here with our crusader, perhaps. Excellent. Boy, I'm very happy with this stack. Nice, we got instant wrath and a little bit of knowledge. Never a bad thing. Now the question is, do we want to proceed, just continue moving down, or do we want to scoot up and around and go clear out this lost library? I'm almost inclined to maybe just shoot on down through the woods here. The other option is we go up around, we clear out this quarry, like I mentioned, and then head up this direction. Now either way, we're going to be able to kind of move back and forth once we're over here. You can see that there's nothing interrupting the land here. So, decisions. Of course, the apprentice won't be able to come with me yet. I think maybe going around is the better choice, actually. We'll go here. We'll engage this battle. Another chance for us, perhaps, to recruit somebody. We can try for the Draconian Thunderbrave. Oh, very cool. So it's a cavalry unit that has a Fire Lance and a melee attack. And the Fire Lance is basically like a one-shot that has to be reloaded. Oh, very cool. And they are considered an armored unit. Okay. Yeah, let's try and get them or the Brute, maybe. That would be very cool. Ooh, there's that Fire Lance in action. You can see that actually hurts a fair bit. Yikes. Okay, Falsor's gonna probably need to buff his units again. So let's buff our Parade Guard. We can use even our support unit here maybe just to get some healing onto Falsor as well. I think probably what we'll do maybe is create a bit of a defensive field here. So we'll go like this. Actually, you know what? We can go up there and tie up the Freelancer, so let's do that. And then with our other units here, we'll just create a bit of a shield to protect our hero. And then we'll move over here. And we will throw a regen on. Let's see what happens. They may turn around and try to go after my clan guard. Oh, I wasn't expecting them to retreat and reload, but okay. I guess that makes sense, given that the reload is actually the Fire Lance shot is actually the one that does the most damage. So I guess that's not really that surprising, all things considered. All right, there's a nice flank shot for some hefty damage. Very, very good. Now, it would be great to try to maybe help out our clan guard over here, but he already killed the brute. This clan guard did an absolutely amazing job. You know what? Let's just kill the Fire Lancer. Look at that. Amazing. Boy, what an absolute beast this clan guard is now. And of course, at elite rank, has guard breaker now as well, which is very good. Okay, so Falsor, we want to get over there and try to convert the Thunder Brave, if at all possible. Now, one thing we can do is try for Fire Plague. Okay, it didn't work. That would have potentially lowered resistance a bit, which would have helped us. We can try 60% odds. Shoot, okay, it didn't work. Really not a lot of movement left on this unit. And now we can just get the finish on the Fire Claw. We probably will take some damage here with our hero. Or our leader, I should say. Oof. Actually, a lot of damage. Yikes. Okay, well, now we know we just have to get the kill, so let's do that. And we'll retreat back with Falsor and just drop a nice self-heal. Make sure we're healthy. Nobody else is going to quite be able to get over there, unfortunately, and just yet. One thing we can do, though, is try a taunt. Didn't work, but that's all right. One thing we can do, however, is step up and do a bit of damage. Move our Crusader over. I don't know if he's going to retreat and try to reload. Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, so probably our clan guard needs the healing the most here, so let's do that. We can step up. Ooh, look at this. Big damage. Oof. Devastating. Yeah, fantastic. Very, very nice. Oh, look at this. Okay, Cult of Storm's Insignia. Very powerful jewel item. 80% shock protection and +1 resistance along with cave concealment. The Frostling Fishing Spear I'm not as interested in, but this Cult of Storm Insignia is very cool. So we're going to take that. And you know what? Let's give that to Falsor since he's got a spot for it. Look at that now. 80% shock protection. Very cool. And the Frostling Fishing Spear, I think we can sell that. Even though we might end up in the water a lot more, I think really that's worth selling. We did get a nice level up with Falsor as well. Now that we're at level 10, we could afford Vow of Poverty, and then basically when we hit level 11, we just need 10 points to get Justicars, Divine Justicars. So yeah, let's do Vow of Poverty. Very cool. So, units in the army are now going to be paying less upkeep. Of course, right now that didn't. Now watch the gold situation here as we move back into the army. Yeah, there we go. So that got us an extra almost 20 gold, I think, per turn there. That's great. And now, yeah, let's head over and we can grab this Lost Library. Okay, let's jump into the Shadow Realm real quick. Oh, and look at this. Okay, we've got some roaming units, so that's not good. Definitely want to get away from that if we can with our scout. However, before we do that, let's deal with this situation down here in this Warband camp. Yeah, so 3 units. We got an assassin, a scoundrel, and a cutthroat. All right. Let's make it happen here. So we're actually going to go with kind of our tried and true strategy that we've been using. We're going to buff our absolute beast of a warlord here with our martyr. The tiger is a kind of a throwaway unit, really, so you could always just attack there. Advance here. Blast the assassin for a tiny bit of damage. Just start moving everybody over. The tiger's probably going to get lit up here pretty good. Ooh, ouch, assassin strike. Actually, the tiger's still alive. Maybe we can save him here. So, let's see. We could flank the... Oh, my gosh. We hit like an absolute truck. Just like that, obliterated the assassin. Tiger can just run away. Took a lot of damage there. The martyr, we want to get some more experience because we are very, very close, actually, to leveling up. And when we... Or to getting to gold medal, I should say. And when we do, we will evolve, which would be very cool. Let's see, maybe we can get an entangle here. Shoot. Okay, we didn't. Really hoping that would land. We can do a bit of damage, though. Yeah, that got us a tiny bit more experience. Unicorn can phase, actually, and can phase in behind if we really wanted. I don't hate that. Let's do it. Nice big flank attack there. Very good. And then let's break down the gate. Oh, my poor unicorn. Took a bit of damage there. Now, I would like to get the finish with the martyr. That's the ideal situation here. So, I want to weaken them down as much as I can here. So, let's see. We can attack this obstacle. Advance. Do a pretty good amount of damage here, actually. What kind of damage do we do in melee? Oh, really good. Okay. Yeah, let's weaken them here a little. Put over here, what kind of damage do we do? Ooh, that might kill them. And this one, unfortunately, is not a guarantee of getting the kill, sadly. Well, let's try it. I mean, we won't die. They're not going to kill us, so... Okay, that's fine. Oh, and I forgot we have the Dryad with Entangling Touch. I should have used that, actually. That would have been the smart move there. So now they may attack the Unicorn. Oh, geez, that actually almost killed my Martyr. That would have been really sad. All right, let's get the kill, and then that should hopefully level us up here. You know what? Let's even try for the Entangling Touch first. There we go. Now it's easy. Perfect, and there's the level up. Excellent. Look at that. Now we've got a Frostling Exalted that also has Absorb Pain. Very cool. Darkbringer Gemstone with Urban Concealment. We don't need that, so I'm going to just sell this for the gold. Oh, yeah. Now our gold situation is amazing. Very, very good. Okay, let's regroup. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, so let's check out the Exalted here. So, it has Resurgence, which is incredible. Absorb Pain, Strong Will, Frost Weapons, Devout. Has Charge thanks to Charge Command, which with the wings and the increased mobility there, that's going to be really good. Huge Spirit Protection, of course with Strong Will. Has that Fire Weakness, of course, and then Frost Protection due to being a Frostling. So, really cool unit. And of course, having Absorb Pain is... extremely powerful on a unit that also has Resurgence. That's absolutely amazing. Very happy to have that. So now let's head over and get the level up here because we might as well. Now the one thing this army is currently lacking is healing. We definitely need to get a source of healing, and unfortunately the Dryad is considered Fey and is not a support unit, so we'll not be able to provide that for us. So we're going to need a support unit in this stack at some point. We've got a Pikeman, a Foot Knight, and a Havister, which is, okay, a type of defensive Pikeman that has defensive strike. I'm a little nervous about all the pikemen, so... I think what I'll do, though, is I'll go with Tried and True. Ooh, but look at that. That polearm can really hurt us. Let's use Transfer Pain. I think it'll be fine. You know what? We'll even retreat back a little bit. You know what? We can even step back like this. And then... Oh, here we go. Let's use a spell. We can throw Last Stand on ourselves. Improve our tankiness a little bit here. Alright, so then everyone can just kind of fall back here. The Exalted can kind of stay pretty close to the front, I think. Just kind of go like this, and let's see what happens. Okay, nice. The Exalted doing a good job. It has Resurgence, so we really don't have to worry too much. Nice, big kill there. The Unicorn can phase in behind here. Like that. Pretty big damage. And then let's cruise on in behind here. Almost the kill, not quite. Kind of unfortunate. And then... Let's get in there and maybe attack the Pavister. Although, killing the Foot Knight wouldn't be the worst plan either. Yeah, this probably isn't going to get the kill because we do 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus... Yeah, that's the minimum damage. We're not going to get the kill there. So let's just see if we can kill the... Yeah, there we go. I forgot about the Tiger. That's alright. But probably going to attack the Exalted. Again, the Exalted has Resurgence, so that's totally fine. Yeah, and let's get the Dryad around behind. We'll throw on the Entangled. Didn't work. Let's try it one more time. Okay, it worked that time. That's great. Now let's just beat up on him there. Excellent. A nice level up for our Warlord as well. And there's our Exalted. Unfortunately, because the Exalted died, I don't think he got the benefit of that experience necessarily. Although, actually, no, he did level up, so I guess he did. Never mind. All right, let's see. So now we actually got 2 levels there because we leveled up in the battle and then we leveled up again due to the bonus we just grabbed. So let's grab Blood Brothers. All units in the army are going to get Strong Will. It's a very powerful upgrade, I think. And then... Now, we don't currently have any healing, so maybe getting Field Medic wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Just to improve our health regeneration. I don't know. Actually, getting Phoenix Warrior is pretty good. That allows you to bestow Resurgence on a unit. But since we have the Exalted, I'm less concerned about that. We've already got most of the really, really good upgrades for... like, that affect all the units in the stack. Tireless would be a great one for our Warlord as well. Maybe we'll save the points then. Alright, so now, what do we do with this stack? So I would love to actually head up and maybe clear out this Heart of Shadows. It'd be great to get one of these in my domain eventually, because what this does is it adds Shadow Walker and Shadow Demon Slayer to produced units and grants Shadow Walker when located within your domain. So that would mean that I think your units are no longer affected by Shadow Sickness, basically. Which is actually really powerful when you think about it. I'm just looking again. I am tempted to grab Field Medic, even though, again, we're probably going to get a support unit in there eventually that has it, but let's throw it on. I mean, I'd rather play it safe, to be honest. That extra healing is going to come in handy. Alright, now, we want these units to be safe, so let's just see what happens if we go back to the surface. I think maybe what we'll do is we will just move on over here. Like this, like that. We'll also move this unit down to join as well. And then we'll just cruise on over there. Okay. Now we still have to decide what the heck we're doing with the Dreadnought. I just don't know if these battles are worth the risk. I just don't think we're quite strong enough at this point. This one is a little bit more doable. So, all right, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. I may regret this, but let's try it. Probably lose a cherub. All right. We have a little bit of time here to kind of decide how we want to do this. So we'll take our Martyr. We'll throw Absorb Pain onto the Crusader. We will also buff him with Guarded by Flames. And then we'll advance ever so slightly. Cherub can kind of cruise on around to the side here a little bit. Okay, nice. I'm glad the Wisp decided to attack. Makes things a little bit easier for us, actually. What I would like to do here is try to... Oh, and of course this won't hit the Wisp. Dang it. Yeah. Okay, so we definitely need to get rid of the Watchling and the Shadow Elf Apprentice. Those are, like, major priorities. We want to get rid of the Wisp as well, so let's get over there. All right, we at least turn the Wisp. That was a critical. We needed to do that. We can back up here and blast with our cannon and kill the Wisp. So let's do that. That takes care of that problem, at least. Meanwhile, yeah, let's see if we can get rid of this Watchling here. Or at least engage the Watchling in battle. There we go. All right, we'll attack the Watchling. Oh, shoot, and we're stunned. That really sucks. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll move the Cherub over to try and provide some protection for the Martyr, who unfortunately I think is going to die just due to the Absorb Pain. Yeah. Oh, healing. Okay. Oh, okay, we survived just barely. Yikes. All right, we have to be real smart now because we are not going to have any chances here to figure this one out. So let's get a flank shot there. I don't know if it's going to be possible to save the Martyr, sadly. Yeah, of course we used our healing ability already. What about Flashbang? Is that going to do any damage? We could try to blind the Apprentice. That's not the worst idea in the world. Shock Serpent needs to die. Okay, so we can kill the Watchling pretty easily, actually. That's not too bad. It's a shame we can't engage the Apprentice in melee. Though maybe if I were to move one of my units out of the way. What happens if we move a bit closer? Okay, so the Shock Serpent, that's not going to really do much. The Watchling, we can really blast for some damage. Now, we could turn the baby Shock Serpent, which would allow me then to get a nice flank shot with the Cherub, and probably get the kill there. Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. The only problem is then we still got the Watchling and the Apprentice. The problem is this Apprentice is going to just be able to... Oh, you know what we could do, though? It's a bit of a gamble. Okay. We could attack the Watchling. And then... Okay, we can move over like this. And kill the Watchling. Nice, and we dazzled the Apprentice. And that's going to then let us do this and get the kill. Oh, shoot. I forgot that they could retaliate. I thought dazzled meant they couldn't retaliate, but that's, I think, just attacks of opportunity. So, okay, we lost our Martyr. Shame on me. That was, again, me being stupid. Yeah, and unfortunately, we're probably going to lose our Cherub. Boy, these battles are tough, and I think I still need to learn how to use these Martyrs more effectively. Okay, yeah, unfortunately there we lost our Cherub. So, not my finest outing. I've still got a lot to learn. Yeah, clearly I need to kind of wrap my head around these Martyrs a little bit better. The good news is we did get our Crusader leveled up. Yeah, that was an expensive battle, unfortunately. The good news, though, is we actually got enough knowledge there with that find to actually get Order of Healing researched. So clearly we need to retreat back and regroup with this stack because we just don't have enough muscle with it right now. So we'll come on back to the city. We'll continue to build units probably in our Shadow Elf city here. You know what? Let's grab another Martyr since we can. This stack is pretty darn strong now, although probably be best to add at least one more unit maybe. Although, you know what? We could group everybody up and then all head over to the Magic Rift and try to clear it. And then kind of go our separate ways. I don't hate that idea. Especially since I'm still having a bit of a learning curve with these Martyrs. We could summon maybe another Cherub. Or get another paid absolution going. I'm thinking maybe the Cherub at this point. Be nice to have some more scouting as well. Alright, I think that's going to do it largely. I'm just trying to see if there was anything else on my mind. Let's jump to our units here and just make sure. Yeah, we pretty much took care of the Shadow Realm. Oh, I guess we have to decide, where do we want to go next with this group? There is, if I remember correctly, yeah, there's a spawning structure there, which would be really good to clear out. But maybe before we do that, we could... Archon forts are pretty low yield. The reward for clearing them, I don't think, is really anything too substantial, if I remember correctly. So let's head back. We'll head back over here and clear out this spawning structure. So then we'll jump back. Let's just see if there's anybody else we want to move. Yeah, and this stack, again, I guess we could head over and just see. And I don't think it's worth doing this Box of Cataclysms just yet. Or the Archon Fort. I don't think we're strong enough with this army yet. We might be able to head over to that Magic Rift. But again, we're going to have reinforcements here. So, yeah, in a couple of turns, we'll be able to take on the Magic Rift, I think. So maybe for now, we just keep building our army. Hate to keep the hero just kind of sitting there not doing a whole lot, but... For now, I think it's the right play. Alright, and then we'll group this army up, and then next turn we can go after the Magic Node with our stack here that we've got. Alright. Next up... Just jumping around. Oh, our guy underground. I almost forgot about him. Do some more mining. Very nice. Excellent. Okay, now, research choice. Order of Sacred Support. Support units are trained by the Order of Sacred Support, giving them the Devout property. Newly produced support units also gain an additional rank. We can actually grab Slayer's Doubt just free and clear right now if we wanted to. Or Dispel. Beacon of Faith. Target friendly city gains a 100 population growth bonus. I mean, hey, that could come in handy. I actually wouldn't mind getting Divine Channeling, though. Magic Barrier would actually be super helpful for our shielded units, including our Crusader. You know what? I'm kind of torn here. There's a whole bunch of good upgrades I want. I think Magic Barrier actually would be the one I'm interested in. I want to buff my Crusaders. Once I have that, then maybe I'll do the extra casting points. All right, this little stack could actually do some damage, so wouldn't mind maybe getting an army going underground here. You know what? We can even have maybe a Prospector join in with them. And this little guy, he's done his job, so we'll have him chill for now. Martyr's coming over to help out as well. This group's done its thing, so they can just hang out. And that's going to do it for our turn, so we'll end it there, and let's see if anything develops. But yeah, boy, I need to get better at dealing with those Martyrs. Yeah, it was expensive for me to lose them the way I did in the Shadow Realm. Okay, so looks like my ally's doing some moving around of some of his units. And there actually he is himself, Farnor. I'm a little worried about Icorian, just because he's, I think, a little weaker than the Warlord is. And he's the one who's kind of on the edge and will be the first to come under attack, most likely. So as much as it's nice having my rogue over here near my warlord ally, I think it'd be better to actually get him eventually back over here, closer to my sorcerer ally. Again, just to act as a rapid response force if needed, if my allies come under attack. But boy, having these halfling cities down here is extremely important, because that's going to serve as a bit of a buffer zone, as I've talked about previously. Heard some what sounded like wings flapping, so that's a little scary. Ooh, it'd be nice to raid this Sphinx Temple eventually if possible, but I'm heading the other direction at the moment, I guess. You know, this Dwarven city could actually be quite a powerhouse if I'm able to develop it a little further. Yeah, getting a siege workshop I think was the right call. When it grows again, I'll get this flow rock quarry, which would be amazing. And that extra growth from the farm is going to come in handy as well. Yeah, this city's actually situated quite nicely. I mean, eventually I would love to clear out this Raven's Keep and then maybe this Castle of the Lich King. You know, not a bad spot for a city would be even just like right here. I could grab a settler and put it right in this spot. You'd have a couple of quarries, a gold mine, Forbidden Sanctum, trading post. Man, this actually, yeah, this would be an amazing spot for a city. Maybe even a dwarven city, because this is volcanic here. Okay, so looks like as the turn is flipped over here, that's one I'm going to remember this, because I think this would be a really good spot for a city, and it's still early enough in the game that I could really benefit from it. Meaning I'd still have actual time to develop the city in that respect. So we've got an alliance proposal here. Oh my goodness, that's expensive, but I think it'll be useful, so let's do it. Yeah. They're now our vassal. That's wonderful. Oh, and look at this. Narmbach has offered us a tribute, either a small army or some mana. I will take the small army. Oh, nice. Okay, we've got an orc oppressor, heavy cavalry, spearman, and a drudge, who does have tunneling, and throw large rock. Very cool. That reminds me of the attack that the giant unit gets. All right, well, now the big question is going to be, what do we do with this little army? I mean, presumably we're going to head south, and then, boy, it'd be nice if we could clear out this spawning structure. I just don't think we're going to be quite strong enough with what we've got. The Orc Oppressor has a nasty-looking spear. Has Exploit Despair, which is kind of funny. Armored, First Strike Pikeman. Yeah, Victory Rush as an Orc. It does have War Cry. Pretty versatile unit there. And then, of course, Orc Heavy Cavalry. Yeah, so having Magic Shield, that's actually really good for my Orcs, because now they have additional resistance against those non-flanking attacks if they have that shield. So that's going to make a difference for Orc units. We had a few items arrive. We had Flying Scimitar, which is going to give us the Throw Swords ability. And then we also had the Shield of Blocked Whispers arrive, and that's just going to provide mind control immunity for my Dreadnought. Right here. Alright. So, yeah, let's head back over to the Magic Rift. And we'll send one of the Martyrs over to join in this stack. Meanwhile, I think probably getting a Crusader going. Part of me is pretty tempted to do the Siege Workshop just to get the production increase, but it's sadly a 10 production increase isn't going to be enough to make a difference. Maybe getting the Storehouse, though, to increase the growth rate of the city, because that's really going to boost everything. But I think we do need another Crusader. So let's get another Crusader, and then we'll think about maybe the Storehouse. We also have a Cherub we can summon. We'll have to think about that. However, I think we're pretty much at the point where we're going to want to wrap up the episode here shortly. So maybe we could do a final... Oh, we can't quite make it there. I was going to say this would be a great way to leave off the episode with a final battle. Oh, shoot. Oh, look what I just did to myself. Okay, well, that's not good. I moved without scouting ahead first. Yikes. Okay, we got Lizardman Rider, Lizardman Rider, Lizardman Water Seer. Oh my goodness. Zerker, who's in rough shape. And then we've also got 2 Chameleons. Yikes. Well, I just bit off way more than I can chew. Now the question, okay, what kind of spells can we use in combat? Let's just check our spell book real quick. We got Instant Wrath, Divine Protection, and Smite. The reason I'm asking is because it might be worth just having the Cherub join us here. I think that's actually going to be useful, just having another unit, really. Holy cow. I don't think we can win this battle. Dang. Yeah, we just really kind of screwed the pooch there a little bit. That's not good. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything else I can do. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. As a final wrap-up for the episode, we're going to engage this battle. Now, it is saying very likely victory, but I'm not so convinced. I think this is going to be extremely challenging. So let's do this battle. This will be a great place to end it. Okay, actually, we can take advantage of the terrain here a little bit. Oh, those spells. Ugh! The one nice thing is that healing does... the healing does... you can use it more than once per battle. So that may end up actually mattering here, just because this is going to be a drawn-out battle, I think. Okay, so one thing we definitely want to do is heal our Parade Guard, who just took a beating. Oh, and our Chieftain now has healing, too. That's excellent. All right. So maybe what we'll do then is we'll ride our Chieftain over. Drop a heal on the Parade Guard. Falsor could do a buff here, I guess. Yeah, and we can't use any of our spells anymore, so... I don't know. Maybe it was worth... Maybe it wasn't worth getting the Cherub. I don't know. Let's boost our Parade Guard here. And then... Crusader can step up. Hang out in melee. In defense mode, that is. Get our Clan Guard over here. Get our Cherub up and involved. Now we can taunt somebody, so let's see. Maybe we can taunt... Just trying to see. Oh, the Water Seer would be a great unit to taunt because it's a ranged unit, so... Let's see if maybe we can make that happen. Shoot, still out of range. And we'd have to go a little further. Oh, here, we can taunt this one. Let's try that. Nice, okay. So presumably that means they're going to try to attack in melee. Oh, man, our Crusader's an absolute tank. Okay, they dispelled the magic. That's fine. Look at our Crusader just tanking damage like an absolute champ. Now, I also want to try and use my conversion if I can. So the question is, which unit would I want to convert? Water Seer would be really good as a support unit. Has pretty high resistance, though. The Lizardman Rider, on the other hand, has a lot lower resistance. Does have parry, shield. Yeah, Zerker needs to die. Actually, here we go. The Chieftain can just blast the... Ooh, actually, that won't be enough to get the kill. Parade Guard could annihilate this Rider. Not quite get the kill, but do a pretty good amount of damage. Clan Guard. Okay, actually, here we go. Let's get the Clan Guard involved. Nice. And a massive defensive strike. Some huge, huge damage. And then we could get the kill with the Rider, or get the kill on the Rider with our Chieftain. Our Crusader is kind of out of... Now, here's an option. We could use regen on the Crusader, actually. That wouldn't be the worst plan. I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. They get a little bit of health back every turn. Parade Guard can get the finish here. Or, alternatively, we just get the finish with Falsor. I don't think this is going to be enough. If we get a good roll, we would do 13, sadly. Well, that might be enough. I mean, we would get the kill. Ah, shoot, it didn't work. Okay. And then we'll get the kill this way. And then we can move over with our Parade Guard and attack the Water Seer. Nice. Look at that. Lucky coming in clutch for us there. Very good. And then our Cherub can continue to just hang out. Kind of wait in reserve if needed. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better about this battle. I was nervous going in. Oh, ouch. Like a direct blast to the face there did Falsor. Smuggler kind of blasted us for some big damage. All right, let's use our Parade Guard to kill them off. Yep. Okay, now we've got the Water Seer over there. And like I mentioned, it would be great. Actually, here we go. We've got the Lizardman Rider. Let's try for the conversion. Okay, it didn't work. We can get in behind, do some hefty damage. Get the kill here, I think. Yep, no problem. And then let's see if we can get a Fire Plague. Nice. Okay, that's good. All right, and then we will guard our hero's backside. Or our leader, I guess. Ouch. Boy, we are taking a lot of punishment there. Got to be careful with Falsor. We definitely don't want to lose him. So we'll drop a heal on Falsor there just to make sure he stays healthy. And then, you know what? Let's move over and heal up our Clan Guard as well. Now, what I'd like to do is use my Parade Guard over here to attack the Seer. And then follow that up with some additional fighting from the Clan Guard. There we go. And then the Crusader can actually head over and deal with the Lizardman Chameleon units. The Cherub I'm going to keep in reserve here. Let's see. So its attack, Hydroblast. Oh, shoot. And I shouldn't have actually put the Cherubs right there. Let's go back just a little bit. Okay. Ouch. Man, that hurts. Alright, so now we can at least attack the Chameleons, though. Nice, and there's the kill. Very good. Alright, and the Water Seer is dead. You know what? Let's do some healing here on our Chieftain. And then we can even walk over and try for the... Nice. Okay, we didn't quite get the taunt, but that's alright. Step over. Blast. Nice. Excellent. Okay. And then we can probably just get the finish with our Cherub, actually, is going to be the way to get the kill here. Nice. All right, well, that went a lot better than I thought it was going to. That was a very scary, you know, again, good lesson there. Make sure you always look before you decide to just waltz on over. Oh, and I didn't realize I've already explored this Lost Library. Either that or the, maybe my opponent did. Actually, my opponent probably cleared it out already. Unless I'm just forgetting that I was already there. Yeah, Magic Barrier is now researched. That's great. Narmbach has grown into a city. Still wants to join. We're not going to do that. And again, we have to decide what to do with this little stack. So maybe we try and clear some stuff out. I mean, right now, they're probably not strong enough to do a whole lot. But we could definitely use them to kind of build with. build something to make progress over there. So I think we'll probably start using our Theocrat pretty aggressively over here now that we know our opponent's sending units up this way. So we'll clear out structures here, and we'll just kind of get aggressive and start pushing down this way, I think. But otherwise, I think we're going to leave it here. So a few good things happened. We had a really good outcome here despite a blunder on my part. And then I had a blunder in the Shadow Realm where I got greedy. Of course, I tried this battle. I shouldn't have, because I wasn't quite strong enough, and I'm still learning how to use the martyrs appropriately. But, that's a battle I'm just going to have to, kind of shelve and make sure I learn from. So, in any case, we're just going to zoom out and take a look. We'll save it. We will call this one Episode 8. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.